Okay, we're gonna try this. I'm gonna show you guys basically a presentation on how to turn a box into a net. It's pretty simple, but I'll try to make it relatively quick, and you guys can go back and do this yourself with your own box. So I'm gonna close this box so we're good. This should come up in a moment. Okay, so we're starting with a Swiss cake roll box, and this box is I pulled it out of my out of our pantry. A rectangular prism is basically a box that has six sides, and that all sides are rectangles. What we're going to do is deconstruct this box. So the first thing I did is I labeled three of the sides that are clear: the front, the top, and the side. So the three sides that you see there. Next thing I did was I unfolded the box. I unglued it or took the glue off and opened it up. And you notice that the top, front, and side are still there, but there's also all these other things. So what I want to do is kind of clear the mess here. There's a lot of stuff that helps hold the box together. We want to get rid of that so we see just what are the exterior surfaces of the box. So the next thing I did is I flipped it over, and where I had put front, top, and side, on the outside, I basically transferred that and put it on the inside, right? So it's the same part. Now, you notice that there's X's. Those X's are extra flaps. They help hold this together. We're going to eliminate those. We don't need them. So basically, they're overlapped parts. So we're going to take those off, because to see a real net of just the exterior surfaces, we need to cut those off. So that's where the scissors come out. So you get your scissors, and we're going to cut off those extra flaps. Now, I'm not cutting every flap off, just the ones that I've determined are not part of the main six, right? So the six would be the top, the bottom, the front, the back, and the two sides. The other ones I'm going to cut off. However, once I cut these off, I'm left with this. Now, the problem with this is that I have two flaps that are still there, but I didn't cut off. I didn't cross them off, but those are this flap right here and this flap right here. So what I'm going to do is look at those and figure out what they are. So here it's like, okay, what are those? Well, they're part of the top and the bottom. We need to basically cut them off and then glue them back to where they were on the top and bottom, because the top and bottom alone won't fill up the whole thing. We need to kind of put them together. So what I did is I cut this part off and I taped it. You see the tape right there. I taped this back to the parts that were top and bottom already. So now I have six clear sides: the front, the back, the side, and the top and the bottom. Notice, please, that the front and the back are exactly the same. The two sides are exactly the same, and the top and the bottom are exactly the same. That's important with the rectangular prism. Once again, this isn't so difficult to understand. I just want you to build it like this. Now what we're going to do is fold this inside out to make a rectangular prism. Just with those six sides. We're going to tape it back together, and then we're going to do surface area out of it in the next video. So this is what it looks like once I've taped it together. I actually used those drafting dots in the back corner. I just kind of taped it back together or put it together, and I have basically the top, front, and side shown here. And on this one, you can see it standing up. I have the bottom, the back, and the other side shown. Now, the next steps from this video are going to be to find the surface area, the measurement, and the calculations. But what I'd like you to do right now is I'd like you to do this, and I'd like you to send me a video, or not a video, I'm sorry, just send me an image of what you did. So you can send a couple images or just a slideshow, or you can just send the finished product, maybe what it started as and what it finished out as with the sides labeled. Now, that will be an assignment, and then the next assignment will be to find the surface area of that rectangular prism. Thanks. I hope this helps.